to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Review approval of agenda. Recommend approving tonight's agenda as submitted.
So moved.
First, Mrs. Isler, second, Mrs. Pugh. Roll call vote, Mrs. Isler.
Approved.
Mrs. Pugh.
Approved.
Mr. Nichols.
Approved.
And Ms. Ralph.
Approved.
So approved. We are going to table approving the minutes from March 18th, 2026 meeting, and those will be approved in May. And next, we have recognition of guests. Dr. Larimore.
Good evening, everybody. One more time. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you very much. Tonight, we get to highlight something we value very deeply in this district, our students' love of reading. As part of I Love to Read Month, we want to recognize not only our students' top honors, but also the incredible work of our I Love to Read committee for creating opportunities that spark that passion. I'd like to invite Principal Michael Reed to come forward to recognize our students and staff and share a few words about the impact we're seeing.
Good evening. Thank you. If I could have my members of our I Love to Read committee come up and join me. Again, I'd like to thank the school board for inviting us and recognizing our top readers and our top classes for I Love to Read Month. North Laurel, one of our biggest priorities is reading. We love to read, and we want to instill in our students that we want to read and be continuous readers for our life. So I'm so excited that our families have joined us tonight, and we'll be honoring you shortly. But first, none of this would be possible without my I Love Read committee members that are here this evening. There are several others that were not able to attend tonight. But leading them off, I'd like to thank Ms. Jenny Beck. She is our reading specialist and the chair of our I Love to Read Month. So those of you who want, we had a theme. We had Camp Read a Lot. That was our theme that the committee came up with, and we did a lot of camping activities, and we had decorations throughout the building. All of our teachers were in cartoon. We had little camping leaders, our teachers, and we had little boards all over the school to keep track of our readers. And so tonight, I'd like to also thank Miss Amber Justice. Miss Mia Brown. Mrs. Jordan Whaley. And Mrs. Stacy Puerto. Like I said, a lot of the other members were not able to attend tonight, but it was a building effort, including all of our grade level teachers, that all month long we made little fun things, encouraging to read. And for numbers, for the month of February, our students read 13,951 books. If you do the math, that means our students at North Laurel, every student in the building was reading one book a day for the month of February, which is amazing. And we hope with the support of our families, that love of reading keeps up even when they leave us and they walk across that stage as 12th graders graduating from Laurel High School. So again, 1 book a day for the month was amazing. So now we want to recognize our winning classrooms by grade. Again, some of these teachers were not able to make it tonight, but I'm going to honor them in case they're watching online. For preschool, we had Mrs. Pfeiffer's class, and her students did 628 books. For kindergarten, we had Mrs. Steele's class. Her students read 1,731 books. And first grade, we had Mrs. Yuri and Miss Elliott with 1,480 books. And those classes will all be recognized in the next few days as a class. But we have some top readers with us tonight. So I want to recognize our top readers and more importantly, their families. Again, parents, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for instilling that love to read with your children. And I know these top readers, they love to read, and we hope to keep that up. So we've got some visitors here tonight, and we're going to call them up and give them a certificate. In our preschool, we've got Raiden in preschool, and we've got Savannah that are here with us tonight. All right, our kindergarten visitors tonight, we've got Storm, we've got Levi, we've got Kubai, and we've got Jace, and we've got Taylani. Come on up and get your certificates.
Yes. That is so cute.
And our first graders here tonight, we've got Jackson. Oh. All right, first grade, we got Jackson. He's excited. He's up here. We've got Joshua, and we've got Mackenzie, and Hazel, don't sit down. Hazel just showed up from kindergarten. Hazel, come on down.
I did it in my younger days, and that was enough.
So this is just a small sample of our top readers, but again, these are our future bullpups. The future looks bright for Laurel School District. And again, thank you parents so much, and we're going to get some pictures. I think we had one more that just came in. Hi, Ilani, everybody. This is Ilani.
All right, everybody, smile big. All right. right, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Right.
Thank you to all my bull pups. Thank you to the school board. Thank you to parents.
Good, yeah.
Okay, we are going to move on. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are also proud to highlight the work of our mock trial team at Laurel High School. This group represents the very best of our students, critical thinking, collaboration, and confidence in action. And it's made possible by the commitment of both students and staff. I'd like to invite Laurel High School Principal Patrina Giles to come forward to say a few words and help us recognize the students and staff who make this program possible.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Thank you.
evening.
Good evening. I want to first thank the board for inviting us another opportunity. I know we came 2 months ago to talk about the mock trial and this being our first year, which has been an exciting year for our students. With that being said, tonight I want to recognize those two individuals who pretty much ran the show and the students in their dedication and commitment to challenging themselves. I didn't have the opportunity to go up when they presented, and I want to thank the parents who went to support. They really had, I think each student had a parent that came up, if not more. And then Dr. Larimore, who wrote up as well. But one of the things that has been shared with me regarding the most impactful experience for the students is the opportunity in those 2 days. They had 4 trials. And again, this is the first year. The growth that they were able to make within those 2 days, the opportunity to present their case, hear their case, and being able to reflect, plan, and then go back out there. There was a lot of emotions, high and low, but our kids, showed up and they did so well. And I'm so excited because it's a young team, how much more developed they will be next year and prepared for this experience. At this time, I would like to invite Ms. Benato and Dr. Niblett up, who spearheaded the program and making sure that this happened. I would like to recognize and thank you for agreeing to lead this charge, and Dr. Niblett for making sure that Ms. Bonato felt supported, the students felt supported, and making sure we had funding to send the students because it was not free. I will call up the competitors and hand out the awards, and then they have some words to share with you all too, okay? First up, Fatma Dolmaz. Layla Gaynor. Gavin Mariner is not with us. I don't think I see him, but I want to recognize Gavin too. Shelly Perez Rubio. Elizabeth Quinny. Our next competitor is not here with us this evening as well, Jonathan Ramirez Perez. Let's get them. Antonio Ross. Antoine. Yeah, Antonio Ross. Antoine. Scarecrow, yes. Rachel Singh. And Zayden West. We had two competitors who had best witness during trial, Layla Gaynor and Zayden West. Best counsel during the trial, Antoine Ross, Scarecrow. At this time, each of them will share their experience with you all.
Actually, I'm going to talk first, really quick, I promise. So first, I want to thank the board, Dr. Larimore, Ms. Giles, Dr. Niblett, for asking me to do this. It has been such a wonderful experience. I got to work with some of the best of Laurel. I think I can confidently say that. Watching them not only juggle, because not only do we have our Scarecrow, we have our Tin Man and our Dorothy on our mock trial team. Hold on. Not only do we have 3 out of the 4 leads in mock trial, we also had 2 in our ensemble playing the mayor of Munchkintown, Uncle Henry, and the guard. Sorry, Zane, I almost forgot. And then on top of that, we had someone doing her CNA training, and she received that. So we got that to celebrate as a team. And then we have people who are in other clubs, other sports, and they are juggling all of this, and they make it look easy. I don't know how you do it. You're all wonderful, and carry that into your future because it's going to take you far. As we have already addressed, here is our team. One member of our team who is not here tonight is Mr. Tom Stanton. He was our lawyer coach. He is the gentleman all the way on the other side. But this is our team. As you can see, Gavin and Jonathan are both pictured in here. And as you can see, there are their roles. And then our purpose here today, I talk a lot. I'm a teacher. I talk a lot. I want them to talk tonight. I want them each, they're going to come up, they're going to introduce themselves to you, and they're going to explain a little bit about what this experience meant to them. Fatma, you're first. Yeah. Also, she's our only senior, and we're not happy to lose her, but we're happy to see where she goes in her future. So, yeah, you're awesome. Go ahead.
a little short. Hi everyone, my name is Fatma Darmaz. I am a graduating senior this year, and I want to talk a little bit about the teamwork and leadership that we were all able to. No, it's okay. Thank you. That we were able to build through this experience. So. How did we work as a team to prepare for this competition? So it took us about 4 or 5 months to prepare for this competition. We got together every week, 2 times a week. It was about 2 hours. It took a lot of dedication. Like Ms. Bonato said, all of us are dedicated students with sports and clubs and other extracurricular activities and family responsibilities. And I felt that we all, even though we aren't very well known each other, even though we're all like in different grade levels, we were able to make great connections and prepare for the competition. I just don't have a lot of words.
Hi, my name is Layla Gaynor, and I'm a freshman. I played Sam Silverscreen, which was the defense witness and the one who was kind of being attacked on the stand. How has mock trial improved my speaking or my presentation skills? It was definitely, I would like to thank my previous experiences from my pageants. It was definitely a refresher, and it kind of reminded me about how I needed to enunciate my words, speak clearly, and definitely speak loudly because the room was huge. And then what strategies helped me communicate clearly and confidently? It was probably the repetition and the memorization. When I know what I'm talking about, I know what I'm talking about, and I can speak on it like I am playing that role. And going a bit off of just communication, I would like to thank my fellow teammates and Ms. Bonato. I definitely couldn't have done it without them, and I will forever be grateful for this experience and being a part of the first mock trial Laurel team. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Shelly Perez-Rubio. I am currently a sophomore at Laurel High School, and I played an attorney role, and I was also, I played a witness role in the case. And how has my confidence changed since joining mock trial? Well, since joining mock trial, I've learned to trust myself more and knowing my things well, since we had to almost memorize our lines, and essentially we had to memorize a script of events of mock trial. It was hard sometimes, especially juggling schoolwork and extracurriculars, but it just helped me in the end by realizing that I could do it all, and the results were just, well, even better than I expected. And if I could share a moment when I realized I had grown, so we had 4 rounds during the first day, I believe on Saturday when we competed. And the first day I played an attorney, and I was very timid and I didn't know what I was expecting, and I felt as if I was just thrown onto the podium. And following the next day, well, the afternoon, I was able to play a really good role of my attorney, and I ended up winning the best attorney role for that round. So I was really happy that my hard work paid off. But again, that wouldn't have been possible without Ms. Bonato, the advisor who's helped us, and my teammates here today who have been through it all with me. So I'm very grateful for them. And this experience in the mock trial team, it's a very new experience. And before, I didn't know if I'd like mock trial, but now I do, and I'm very excited for what comes next year.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Quinn, and I was the defense lawyer. Mock trial was a very important opportunity for us because I feel like we definitely got to speak out about how we felt. Like, you know, if there was an objection, you had to be quick on your feet. Like, if you thought something was wrong, you better say it now, because if not, it's going to be too late. And something that I would say to encourage other students is just do it. Like, you can say you did that, you tried it, you didn't like it. I don't want anything to do with law. I don't understand law. I couldn't even say the word prosecution first. But yeah, I tried it. I liked it. I think I would do it again next year. And it also gave me the opportunity to dig deeper and to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. And some challenges that I had of mock trial was definitely understanding what was what. Like, what did I have to support and who was I supporting? Like, I didn't want to go against my Sam and say that she did burn the building down. Like, you know, what kind of lawyer would that be? And another thing that was kind of hard for all of us was definitely juggling school. And I had night school, so I had to leave at like 4. So like, I really appreciate you guys working with me to be able to do all this stuff. And all of us, like a lot of us were in the play. So we also had to juggle everything on how we were going to prepare for this a competition. And we all worked together, and I think we did a really great job.
Hi, my name is Antoine Ross. I am a junior, and I played the role of a defense and prosecution attorney. And I would just say it was an overall really fun and stressful year. The funner parts were bonding with the team and Miss Bonato and Mr. Staten. And, you know, like, the time that we would spend together was, like, really precious to me. And one of the most stressful parts was, like, getting the material down and then, you know, like, having to think of things, like, on the fly, like, in the middle of the case. You know, like, you're juggling through papers trying to find stuff. And overall, I would just say, like, it was a really fun experience, and I can't wait to see what, you know, turns out to be next year.
Hello, my name is Rachel Singh, but I also go by Anna. There was a lot of surprises that I felt during this experience. Personally, just like Quinn, I do not want anything to do with law. I'm not really that type of person. I'm more of a science medical geek. But I am still a great debater. I love debating. So I was like, let me join this team. What really surprised me, though, was the schools that we went against. I knew we were gonna have a challenge, obviously. This is our first year. But the first day, it was kind of like, it was pretty easy. Like, we were going against teams that were kind of at our level. And then the second day, it kind of surprised me how, like, we went against these really, really hard teams who are a lot more experienced than us, but we still persevered anyway. Another thing that I didn't really know what a trial was like, I had a little bit of background knowledge. For AC, the Supreme Court would come down, put on a court case for the, like, kids, and then they'd pack it up. And it was always, like, really calm. It was never, like, intense like mock trial was, but that's because it's the difference between a Supreme Court and a trial court. And then the one key takeaway that I felt from this is assertiveness is a trait or a quality that every attorney should have. The problem is there's a fine line between assertiveness and just being rude. You want to make sure you have a certain line of professionalism when you're being an attorney. Thank you.
They obviously saved me for last, for obvious reasons, I'm not gonna say. But unlike these people, I actually wanted to do law for a long time. I always wanted to become a defense lawyer. And at first, I was so close to going to tech. After my 8th grade year, I was actually what's it called? I was thinking about applying, but then I didn't because I like all the people here. And then mock trial came up, and I was honestly kind of mad about how it was only 10th grade, but they pulled some strings. They let me in, Then once I got in, it was really fun. And for me, being into law, I understand it pretty well. Well, I try to understand it. And yeah, I really liked it. I'm glad I met all these people, got closer to everybody, and I'm so thankful for Miss Bernardo for, really doing this.
I was sharing with Ms. Giles, I was very blessed and had the opportunity to go and spend the 2 days and the night with them. And, I've been in education for 28 years, in the classroom for 18. And I have to tell you, as an educator, I have never and could have never imagined the amount of growth that I saw from the first trial to the last trial. And it wasn't because someone was teaching them in between or there was instruction. It was because after the first trial, while everyone else, all the other hundreds of kids are eating pizza and giggling, and we have pictures of this team nose down in the legal pads, talking to one another, and on their own, outside of the feedback from Ms. Bonato and Mr. Stanton, they were reflecting and revising and adjusting. And I don't know if I will ever see, for the rest of my career, the amount of growth that these students showed on their own in a 24-hour time period. And I will never forget that. It will forever be one of the very finest moments of my career. And it was such an honor. Dr. Larimore, thank you for bringing the idea. Ms. Giles, thank you for sharing it with me. And of course, Ms. Bonato, without you and the endless hours and commitment. And it would have never been possible without some of the bravest students I've ever met. You went in completely blind against districts and schools that have done it for 20 plus years. And boy, you made us proud. My only regret would be that all of these people weren't able to be there with you to see what I saw. So thank you for your commitment and your bravery and for representing Laurel and Laurel High School as well as you did. We will forever be grateful for, leading the way and making a way for future students at Laurel High School.
And just so you all know, the picture on the other side, that's them working through their lunch. Heck yeah, they work their butts off. Beyond proud. All I want to say is just thank you. Thank you for your attention. Thank you again to the board and everyone up here, because this would not have been possible without all of you. And of course, Mr. Stanton and the two young men who could not be here, as well as families, siblings, cousins. Mrs. Stanton's up there. She came to support us as well. It was truly a remarkable experience. I'm proud of you. We're all proud of you, but you guys should be all proud of yourselves. Genuinely. They received each one of them received an additional star award from the DELREC department, the people who run mock trial, for their excellence in joining a 35-year long competition as a brand new team, going up in our last round, the third best team in the state. Woo! Wow. So, congratulations on a wonderful season, guys.
All right, we have one more presentation that we're very proud of this evening. We want to recognize the power of student voice and the impact of adults who inspire it. Through the leadership and encouragement of Mrs. Jumarali and Mrs. Hastings, our students have taken the initiative to begin an inclusion club, creating a space where every student feels seen, valued, and connected. I'd like to invite them both forward tonight to share more about this meaningful work and recognize the students leading the way.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to share a story behind something that has become incredibly meaningful to our district, Inclusion Week. It all began when we were invited to attend the Special Olympics Leadership Conference. While at the conference, we had an opportunity to meet and collaborate with students and teachers from other districts across the state. Together, we shared ideas, learned from one another, and focused on one important goal: how can we create more inclusive environments within our district? But the real impact of that experience didn't end when the conference did. On the way home, inspired by everything we had learned, a group of our students started talking, and that conversation quickly turned into an idea. The idea to bring inclusion to life in our own school in a bigger way. That's when we had the idea to start the Inclusion Club. The Inclusion Club is made up of Ty Jefferson, Carson Pete, and Brendan Thompson, also known as Buggy. It has become the driving force behind Inclusion Week. Their passion, creativity, and their leadership have helped turn ideas into actions. Each year, during the first week of March, Inclusion Week is celebrated in our district. It is a time where we come together to promote acceptance, celebrate differences, and remind everyone that every student belongs.
So throughout the years, we have found meaningful ways to bring inclusion into our district, not only just this week, but all year long. Some ways including hosting Special Olympics bocce. We have done it for the past 3 years, where students of all abilities come together and compete the same team, building friendships through sport. We also hang an inclusion pledge, where we make a pledge to have a commitment to kindness, respect, and acceptance. We also celebrate Rock Your Socks, where students wear bright mixed match socks to raise awareness and show support for inclusion. We also continue to expand opportunities to unified track, which we just started this year, where students with and without disabilities train and compete together, proving that teamwork has no limits. We started as a single conference opportunity that has grown into something much more, a movement within our district that continues to make a lasting impact. Inclusion Week is just more than a week. It's a message and a mindset, and most importantly, it's a commitment to making sure everyone feels seen, valued, and included. Thank you. I do want to take the time, and I want to introduce the 3 members of our Inclusion Club. I have Carson Pete, Ty Jefferson, and Buggy Thompson.
Yeah, I just don't know if I can start yet. Yeah. Okay. Hi guys, I'm Carson Pete. I'm a junior here at Laurel High School, and I'm planning to pursue occupational therapy. I first want to thank Dr. Lamore. So right when we got back from our meeting, we knew that we wanted to bring it to our school, and Dr. Lamore has been extremely helpful when it came to how to bring it into our school. So we first asked if we could set up a meeting with him. Immediately next week, we were meeting with him. He invited us onto his show to go to district office and talk about more in depth of what we planned and what we wanted to do. He's efficiently implemented all of our ideas. You know, some of them have sounded crazy. We did a whole spirit day where we dressed as superheroes, and he was all for it, and even had a superhero shirt on that day. So we also want to thank everyone in the district for the support that we've had. All of these opportunities to go up to Dover for the day, to go to these conferences, it wouldn't have been able to happen without transportation, without the allowance to, you know, miss that day of class to go and learn this. Through the district, I've been able to go over to Nalela and job shadow to learn more about my future career in occupational therapy. None of that would have been given to us without the support of, you know, our principals, you know, Dr. Niblett, Ms. Giles, Ms. Teagle, Ms. Hastings, and Ms. J. We really couldn't have done this without the full support of everyone in the school. It's important for kids to have a voice when it comes to, you know, clubs and how to include everyone, especially when we're speaking for those who can't always speak for themselves. So we want to just really thank everyone for giving us the opportunity for just speaking up for those and implementing more inclusion into our schools.
How you guys doing? My name is Brennan Thompson. I'm a sophomore. I want to pursue field and chicken farming. I wanted to speak on behalf of our unified sports clubs, actually. So coming back from the conference, we had a lot of ideas, and one of them were to start a sports club or start some kind of sports club. And a lot of ideas came up, but we did not know how many rules there were, including DIAA. So there were a lot of rules. A lot of those ideas were shot down. So we came in there with a full head of steam, wanted to start football clubs, basketball clubs, track clubs, not really knowing how much of a process it would be. I am very grateful to say that we are now starting a unified track team. And we had our second practice today where one of our kids really excelled in throwing a shot put. He has a great support team behind him, first of all. I'm so grateful to see our kids excelling and growing and getting out of their comfort zones and feeling included in our school.
Hi everybody, I'm Ty Jefferson, I'm a sophomore. I'm here today to talk about our inclusion club and how we brought it to life through our school. I also want to share my experiences while I've been doing Special Olympics and the inclusion club. So over the past years, I've done Special Olympics, we went to Dover, and these experiences have helped me a lot by just basically coming out of my shell and just being more of a person and talking to everybody else. These, I think when I'm around people now, I feel as if I can speak freely, be myself, and not have to put on an act and hide. I think that through these experiences, I've learned the importance of inclusion and acceptance, even when people have differences from me. Thank you.
He's calling something.
Last one of the.
One, two, three.
Thank you. Communication announcements, you done?
I just have one. Can you guys hear me? Celebration of Life for Sue Darnell will be held on Saturday, April 18th at 1 p.m. at Laurel Elementary and Laurel Elementary and Intermediate School Cafetorium. Sue dedicated more than 30 years to Laurel School District as a beloved educator. She began her career teaching first grade at Dunbar Elementary and later served as a reading specialist until her retirement. Beyond the classroom, Sue was a passionate advocate for educators, serving for many years as both president and vice president of the Laurel Education Association. For anyone planning on attending her celebration of life, we ask that you please enter from the back of the school, which leads directly into the cafeteria. Thank you. That's all I have.
Anything about Marcia?
Yeah, that's going to be on Friday.
The 24th.
The 24th. On Friday, April the 24th, we'll be having a small dedication for Marcia Murphy, who spent about 30 years as a district office secretary and various other roles. So if anybody would like to join us there, it'll be on the front of the district office steps there in front of the new dogwood tree that is now starting to bloom. So that'll be Friday the 24th at 11 a.m. Thank you.
Public participation, I have no one that signed up for it. So, superintendent's already spoken. Board participation, Ms. Ralph, you have anything you'd like to say?
No, I'm good.
Ms. Pugh?
No.
Okay, my turn. Okay, it's so funny, I was sitting here and I looked up at those young students sitting over there and I thought, that's a scarecrow.
Yeah.
And then I thought, that's the lion. And that's Dorothy. And I thought, was there anybody else sitting there that was somebody?
Rachel was the Tin Man.
Okay, okay. And I thought, I don't know if you got to go see that, but I don't know what they're gonna do next year, but I know they're gonna do something. Make sure you go. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. But it's funny because I cannot tell you those students' names. I just know that that's the Tin Man and, you know, all that. But I mean, it was phenomenal. It was well worth it. I saw Dr. Larimore. He was there when I went that night. And, but it was really, it was good. It was good. And Toto, I like how, you know, Toto, he was, you know, thrown out there and everything. It was cool though. Okay, Ms. Isler?
I just want to say, I am like really, really happy at this moment. So many negative things are always being like put in the news and always being highlighted about our town, Laurel. And tonight, from our preschool all the way up to our high school, we have heard such marvelous and wonderful things. So I just want to, you know, I'm just like, yay, 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 cartwheel, cartwheel, backflip, backflip, kind of thing on the inside. Because I wish that I mean, I'm so happy on the inside. I just want to encourage all of our students to keep on keeping on, keep pressing and go for the gusto. That there is not a star that you can't reach if you put your mind to it. And there's plenty of support. I'm seeing tonight, there are people everywhere, all over the place in all of our buildings that have your back. So continue to keep doing the positive things. I am very proud of each and every one, like I said, from the preschool students all the way up to the high school. I love, 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 love hearing wonderful things about what our students are doing because we hear so much negative. And every time I hear something positive, that little wheel starts turning in my heart. It makes me happy. So thank you to all of our students for the wonderful and great things that you are doing. Keep on and keep on keeping on and continue to do great things. I got your back.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Nichols?
I had to go up here to get the pictures taken. I felt like I was following the yellow brick road. And I was tickled to death about it. I mean, we have tremendous facilities here for productions. And I think we have tremendous people to do it. I mean, it's quite an undertaking to do something like that. I mean, I was rather impressed with what I saw. Matter of fact, I was tickled to death. I mean, it's like buying a brand new hammer and never using it. You're putting the nails in with your thumb because you don't want to scratch up your hammer.
I think that was the main thing when we built this school.
Yeah.
Or was supported to build this school, that we wanted a nice auditorium.
We got it.
You know, we wanted a nice one for all the different productions that, you know, can go on here. So looking forward to next year's already. I've already let Miss Stigl know. To, you know, be there. I want to say they started like in September.
They did.
Yes.
It was
You know,
early.
with all of it, but it was good. It was phenomenal. Okay, reports, financial report. Go ahead, Ms. Horthy.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Time for the most exciting presentation of the evening.
I'm all excited.
So tonight I thought I'd do things a little bit differently. I didn't have a whole lot to report on, but you do have in your packets the financial position report that needs to be approved tonight. So I thought I would go into just a little bit about what the financial position report is, so that you have a little bit more understanding as to what it is you're looking at. It is required by Delaware Code 3 times per year. It's prepared by the district CFO, approved by the superintendent and the board, It's then submitted to the Department of Education. The Department of Education also turns around and submits it to the Office of Management and Budget and the Controller General's office in Dover. What it is a projection of revenues, expenditures, and payroll regarding our local funds, Division 2, which is our energy and all other costs, our Division 3, which is equalization, and also any cash options and educational sustainment funds. The report is used to ensure that the district has sufficient funds to cover local payroll costs, generally for 1 month. So Laurel's local payroll costs right now are about $540,000 a month, and our projected balance right now exceeds $4 million, which is all of those funds up there I previously discussed. So we're in good shape. If we were not, if that number was not sufficient to meet that 1 month of local payroll, we would have to provide an explanation as to what steps we would be taking to help alleviate that shortage, whether it would be delaying some expenditures or cutting costs, whatever it is that we determined that we could do to help support that fund. Another thing that is included in code was that we could, or the district, any district could request a loan from the state, but it must be repaid by November 15th, and it would also include interest. So just a tidbit for your enjoyment. So this is the reserve and local fund as I track it during the months. So we have a little dip there. So, and that was expected. So, okay, anybody have any questions?
Yes, Laura, you know I'm all into this. So we've got a little over 4 million right now.
Yes.
And we have to have a month's payroll, correct?
1 month.
Ahead. Now, we're going to be in a deficit of 875,000, almost 876,000 by the end of the year. That's going to have to come out of that 4 million, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it might look good right now.
Correct.
But we could be up to 1 million by June 30.
So that's our projection right now. So we still have the 2 million in reserves, and then we have about 2 million in our local balance. So that totals about 4 million. So if we end up with that projected deficit, then that would reduce, instead of 4 million, it's going to be closer to 3 or just over 3.
Right, which we could be up to 1 million or even more by June 30. It's possible we could climb more.
I hope not.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
But it's possible. So then we're looking at 1 million or more next year also.
Could be, yes.
What is your recommendation on tightening funds?
Well, we've been discussing that. We want to make sure that we are well within our allotted units that we are provided.
Right.
And that depends on our unit count as of September 30th. So we want to make sure that any positions that we earn are the ones that we're going to fill, and then we're not going to be able to go over that amount. If we go over that amount, then we have to pick up the entire cost locally, and that's a substantial amount.
Dr. Larimore had shared that more even with us tonight.
Yeah.
So with that, and that there are the great possibility that some positions may be cut.
That would be more through people that are already leaving.
Right.
That have found other positions or retiring, what we call attrition.
Yeah.
Right. The issue that we were stressing, especially during the referendum, was that we are losing some grant funds that we are paying some of our employees from, especially like 2 of our constables. So we are going to have to find units for them to go into.
Okay.
So that's going to be where the challenge lies, is where we're trying to keep those positions that we really, really need and trying to get them to fit into our units that we earn.
Okay. A lot of work ahead.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I believe this is the sheet here. I only have one. So if you could, even email this to me, because I've got to give this back to you. And Dr. Larimore, he's got to sign it too.
just for the record, because there's so many people probably watching at home.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
we, next year, we fully anticipate being able to get our unit count back in line with just not replacing the attrition, not replacing retirees here and there to get us back to our unit count, what we earn, which we are just a few units over, to be quite honest with you. We need to spend 26, 27 going back out for referendum. It's gotta happen. We've got to convince this community, because if not, in 27, 28, there will be some drastic cuts if we do not pass one. And we've got 2 opportunities to pass one next year. So we all need to get together. We all need to bond together, and we need to make it happen. And we need to show this community, just like tonight, there's great things happening in this school district. But for next year, it's not that large of concern. We're just trying to get back within our unit count. We're a few units over. Again, we believe that most of that can be covered with retirees, not filling those positions here and there, consolidating some positions, just to get back within those couple units that we are over. But if we don't pass a referendum in 26, 27, then 27, 28, we are looking at some substantial cuts. So I say that to rally the troops. I say that to get everybody on board. Just can't be a few of us out front. It's got to be everybody. It's got to be everybody. Thank you.
Thank you for clarifying all of that, too. Okay, so the financial report, recommend the approval of the May 1st financial position report as submitted.
So moved.
First, Mrs. Isler. Second, Mrs. Pugh. Roll call vote, Mrs. Isler.
Approve.
Mrs. Pugh.
Approve.
Mr. Nichols.
Approve.
And Ms. Rao.
Approve.
So approved. The second reading of 2027 school calendar as submitted and found on this policy is available for review by the community at the Laurel School District buildings and on the district website.
So moved.
First, Mrs. Isler. Second, Mr. Nichols. Roll call vote, Mrs. Isler.
Approve.
Mr. Nichols.
Approve.
Mrs. Pugh.
Approve.
And Ms. Rao.
Approve.
So approved. School choice, recommend approval of school choice as submitted.
So moved.
First, Mr. Nichols.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Pugh. Roll call vote, Mr. Nichols.
Approve.
Mrs. Pugh.
Approve.
Mrs. Isler.
Approve.
And Ms. Rao.
Approve.
So approved. Fundraisers, recommend approval of fundraisers as a group.
So moved.
First, Mrs. Pugh.
Second.
Second, Mr. Nichols. Roll call vote, Mrs. Pugh.
Approve.
Mr. Nichols.
Approve.
Mrs. Isler.
Approve.
Ms. Rao.
Approve.
So approved. Recommend approval of fundraisers as submitted.
So moved.
First, Mr. Nichols.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Pugh. Roll call vote, Mr. Nichols.
Approve.
Mrs. Pugh.
Approve.
Mrs. Isler.
Approve.
And Ms. Rao.
Approve.
So approved. Rentals. Recommend to approve request of Suzanne Barger, Western Sussex Charter, to hold bike ride 5K fundraiser at Laurel Elementary School in North Laurel Early Learning Academy parking lots on Saturday, August the 22nd, 2026. This event will start at 6:30 a.m. and end at 10 a.m. No equipment is requested. Certificate of liability insurance has not been provided yet.
I recommend approval with use of facility fee I recommend approval with use of facility fee, custodial, and constable fees waived.
Okay, first, Mrs. Isler recommends approval with the use of facility fee, custodial, and constable fees waived. Second, Mr. Nichols? Okay, roll call vote, Mrs. Isler?
Approve.
Mr. Nichols?
Approve.
Mrs. Pugh?
Approve.
Ms. Rao?
Approve.
So approved. Recommend approval of professional trips as a group.
So moved.
First, Mr. Nichols.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Isler. Roll call vote, Mr. Nichols.
Approve.
Mrs. Isler.
Approve.
Mrs. Pugh.
Approve.
And Ms. Rao.
Approve.
So approved. Recommend approval of professional trips as submitted.
So moved.
First, Mr. Nichols.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Pugh. Roll call vote, Mr. Nichols.
Approve.
Mrs. Pugh.
Approve.
Mrs. Isler.
Approve.
Ms. Rao.
Approve.
So approved. Executive session items. Personnel attachment A, professional. Recommend to approve the personnel report with recommendations as discussed in executive session as listed in A.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, first Mrs. Isler, second Mr. Nichols. Roll call vote, Mrs. Isler.
Approve.
Mr. Nichols.
Approve.
Mrs. Pugh.
Approve.
Ms. Rao.
Approve.
So approved. Recommend to approve the personnel report with recommendations as discussed in executive session as listed in attachment B.
So moved.
First, Mrs. Pugh.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Isler. Roll call vote, Mrs. Pugh.
Approved.
Mrs. Isler.
Approved.
Mr. Nichols.
Approved.
And Ms. Ralph.
Approved.
So approved. I'm just looking for something. Okay, so approved. Attachment C, coaches. Recommend to approve the personnel report with recommendations as discussed in executive session as listed in attachment C.
So moved.
First, Mr. Nichols.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Isler. Roll call vote, Mr. Nichols.
Approved.
Mrs. Isler.
Approved.
Mrs. Pugh.
Approved.
And Ms. Ralph.
Approved.
So approved. Support staff, recommend to approve the personnel report with recommendations as discussed in executive session as listed in attachment D.
So moved.
First, Mrs. Pugh, second, Mr. Nichols. Roll call vote, Mrs. Pugh,
Approved.
Mr. Nichols,
Approved.
Mrs. Isler,
Approved.
and Ms. Ralph.
Approved.
Okay, mark off E, we have no E.
Sounds about the same.
This is where I was looking here just to double check. There is no E. Future agenda items, the regular board meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, May the 13th at 7 p.m. Right here. And do I have a motion we adjourn?
So moved.
First, Mrs. Isler, second, Mr. Nichols. Roll call vote, Mrs. Isler?
Approved.
Mr. Nichols?
Approved.
Ms. Ralph?
Approved.
And Mrs. Pugh?
Approved.
So Pugh,
So Pugh.
approved, adjourn at 8:06 p.m.